Hi, this is Cindy, your hair wife, and welcome to What She Said podcast.
I want to kind of like break those barriers.
Everybody can win, right? Like this is not a competition.
Beautiful things can happen when we have each other's back, especially women.
Love that you're like me. Like we're very God-oriented. Like
everyone deserves like an amazing companion.
Don't skip the struggle. That's where your character is built. Hi, today we have Izabela. She is a well-known and highly respected makeup artist in Chicago. Izabela and I met through a mutual friend. And today we are going to be talking to her about who she is and her company. And I'm so excited to have her on and just talk to her and get to know more of her. I want you to introduce yourself. I want you to introduce who you are, your business, and what is it exactly that you do.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Izabela. I'm a professional. I'm still going to hold you up to that. I'm a professional bridal makeup artist. I have been in the industry for... God, it's so hard to like count because like when you love what you do,
counting when you're past 21.
Exactly. I've been a makeup artist since 2017 and I've done bridal, special occasion. I also am an educator, so I teach other makeup artists, and I also have my own makeup company / team. So I've hired a lot of makeup artists. We just introduced hair as one of our services.
I saw that.
Yeah, so it's been amazing.
Are you the next hair wife? Are you trying to take my job?
No,
Get out.
no. That's one thing. Oh my God, I hate doing hair. Like whenever
I
people
hate doing makeup.
you see, like
We're two peas in a pod.
no, yeah, exactly. So like when people are like, oh my God, can you like do my hair too? And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not. Unless you want like Aquanet as your hairspray.
You want a wig?
Exactly. Like I said, specialize in bridal and education. And I feel like one of the passions that I've kind of discovered along the way is education and teaching others. And I know that's something that you love to do too. Yeah. So
I think it's more, in my perspective, I love being behind a chair. I love my clients, but I feel like I need more. I feel like it's so repetitive. That's probably how you feel. So it's like, I can't just do this. Like I need to add something else in the industry. And I just feel like education's the way to go, especially when you have all that experience, right?
Right. If it's the same for you. But at the time when I was learning, I feel like there wasn't a lot of opportunities for education to learn from other people in the industry, especially like within our community, like specifically in Chicago. I felt like I'm not bashing anybody, but I feel like
You're bashing everybody.
Yeah, secretly. Anyways, I feel like at that time there wasn't a lot of people that were offering like education. I think everyone kind of was like gatekeeping, and I can understand like the whole like gatekeeping certain things. I wanted to create like a community where like I can show others like the ropes kind of, because no one was really there for me. Exactly. I kind of had to learn on my own, do everything on my own. So I want to kind of like break those barriers.
I love that.
Yeah, and
that's kind of what I'm doing. It's like you're teaching from experience. You're not just teaching the techniques, the experience, or like how to prep, like the booking. Like I get it. That's what I'm on. I love that. And then like we did that wedding together in Florida.
Yes. Oh
Even though
my
I didn't see
you. I know.
I was at the rehearsal and I was like, where's she at?
I know. I was trying to look for you. That's why I love this community and like the beauty community, because you get to meet,
network.
Right? Like you get to network, you get to meet, like we met through a mutual friend, and then you
shout out to Allison.
Yes, shout out to Allison. And then you introduced me to one of my greatest clients, which is Jen. Shout out to Jen.
Shout out to Jen.
And then we both got the opportunity to go to her wedding. And
it was a beautiful wedding.
It was such a beautiful wedding, guys. Like I am just so blessed that I was able to go. But that's another thing, like being in this industry, like you get to meet so many different people, like whether it's like other makeup artists, hairstylists, clients, and you get to like really build those connections and kind of grow your community.
Right. But see, the thing is that like we are good at that because we're not haters.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's like you have to learn how to just network with people and like everybody can win, right? Like this is not a competition. Like for me, for example, like I always send you my clients.
Right, exactly.
Because, well, I don't do makeup.
Right.
Unless, like I mentioned, if you want me to do your makeup, you better be going to the circus or something, because I cannot. I suck at makeup.
Likewise with hair. Like I have so many people that actually ask me like, hey, do you know somebody that does like good extensions? And you're obviously one of my vendor referrals because I've seen your work in person too, and it's amazing. But yeah, like being in this industry, you can't be a hater.
No.
Like there's no room for hater energy. We're all here to win. And I feel like there's always room for growth for every single person in this industry, whether you're a hairstylist, makeup artist, lash artist, whatever. We should all kind of like stick together and help each 100%. Other, because beautiful things can happen when we have each other's back, especially women.
You just got married, right?
Yeah, I got married, I want to say a year and a half ago, October 2022.
How's that been?
It's been really amazing.
How's that been? Because you don't have kids, right?
No.
So how's that been? Like, is it easy to have a business when just being married, or is it still hard? Because they say the man is a child. I wouldn't know I'm single.
Right. So I will speak from my experience. So me and my husband have been together in total 10 years, right? Okay. So throughout that process, I kind of built my business with him by my side.
That's all you know.
Yeah, exactly. So I can sit here and say like, it's so easy. And it is easy for me because I've learned to do it with him by my side throughout the whole process. I can't speak for every person though, you know what I mean? And it's the same for, when people ask you, or like people, like when they get married, they're like, so how is it like living with your husband now?
I know it's the same.
Yeah. Like they're so shocked when I say it's the same. They're like, oh, you're having a good time. I'm like, yeah, I'm married to my best friend.
I want a best friend. I want a husband.
I think honestly, and we've talked about this too, like, I think everyone deserves like an amazing companion
100%.
To spend their life with.
I have one, but he has paws. Thuggy.
Oh, see, Thuggy. We love Thuggy.
I got son of Frenchie, but we love Thuggy.
Yeah.
Even though Thuggy bites people, but
that's a man or woman's best friend. Yeah.
I'm like, he's strong-willed.
He's your bodyguard.
He's everything.
Yeah.
He's my sugar baby.
Yeah.
He's everything.
He's your baby.
I spend more money on him than the kids. It's ridiculous.
I know. Oh my God. I wish because me and my husband, we live in an apartment complex. So obviously like we can't have like pets right now. But I always said like as soon as we move out,
You're buying a dog.
Heck yes. I'm getting a dog. I actually I know this sounds crazy, but like I never really liked cats. But
I'm allergic to them. So that's perfect.
A couple of my best friends have cats and they've kind of grew on me. So I'm like, but I'm always a dog person at heart. Just no way. I'm going to have a dog.
What would you name your dog?
Oh my God, I don't know. Don't put me on the spot like that.
You're like, we don't have all day for it.
No, I won't tell you. I can't tell you what I would name it, but I can tell you what kind of dog I would like. Okay. Either a pit bull or I don't know what it is. I think they have such a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah.
So either a pit bull or a golden doodle. Okay. For sure.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. They're such cute dogs.
I love all dogs. I'm like a psycho.
Me too. Do you ever watch those?
We're gonna make this about
Wait,
dogs.
hold on. Do you ever?
Who cares who she is? We don't care.
This
about
is not
her.
an entrepreneur podcast. Wait, hold on, really quick. Have you ever seen those like videos on Instagram, like the reels where they're like showering the dogs?
Yes.
Oh, I send those videos to my mom and my husband all day, every day, and they're like, "You're
my
psychotic."
social media is full of Frenchie things. It's disgusting. I don't care though, but I'm happy. We know dogs make you happy. We know your husband makes you happy.
Yes.
We know your business makes you happy. Yes. So that's why I love you. It's like you have like good energy, right? It's like that's another thing. It's like when you meet people, some people you could just, before they speak, I can feel their energy.
Right.
And I'm like, we are not going to get along. We are not going to get along. And I'm pretty sure you're at the point too where you get to pick your clients.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'd rather not take your money and I don't want you in my chair.
Yeah, that's funny that you mention it. I had a conversation with someone about this. Being an entrepreneur and being in this industry, I've learned so many things. One of the things that I learned is I get to pick who I want to work with. Because at the end of the day, I run my business. I'm the boss. You're the boss in your own business,
don't
right?
Don't keep saying ideas because I stressed her out. She's going to fire me.
Oh my God.
No. Can we give her some headphones?
Yeah. Can she chime in?
Because she's about to fire me. I stress her out so much.
Yeah. But
we do not get to pick on some clients we need. Okay?
No, yes. No, okay. I've dealt with instances, which I'm sure you have too, where you can pick up on their vibe. Like, I feel like we're both empaths, right? So we can feel someone's energy, feel someone's vibe. The 100%. Moment somebody sits in my chair, I already know it's going to be a good appointment, a bad appointment. Regardless, I still and positive.
You're professional because you have to be, right? Like, this is your work. At the end of the day, it's like they're going to walk out whether they vibe with you or not. You're like, this is my work you're walking out with, right?
Right, exactly. And then like you said,
like, you cannot like me, but your hair looks good.
Yeah, exactly. I still made you look good at the end of the day, honey. So
I don't like your ass. You look good because of me.
I think it's really important to set boundaries as a business owner, especially in the beauty industry, because I feel like the beauty industry is one where a lot of people can walk all over you if you're a pushover, too much of a pushover. At the end of the day, we do want to please our clients because we're offering a service, they're paying. We offer luxury services, which is at a higher rate, right? We want to make sure we're providing that level of luxury. But if that person is not, respecting you, you feel like you guys are not meshing, it's totally okay to fire a client because to me, yes, the money obviously is important because that's how I make a living, right? Likewise with you. But I feel like my mental stability and my emotional state is way more important than working with a client that
it's going to stress you.
Exactly. It's going to stress you out. And I don't mean to say this in a way where like I sound like conceited, but I can always get...
You sound so cocky.
I know, right? Oh my God.
I'm joking.
But
you know what I'm thinking?
Anyways.
Professional now.
Oh my God. Anyways, we can always find another client to fill that spot, right?
Yeah.
So just as easy as we can be replaceable to a client can be just as replaceable for us. So, I mean, that's another way to think about it.
You made it when you could say that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I never even thought of that.
Well,
I usually just say I couldn't fire them if I didn't vibe with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like anytime I had to fire a client, it wasn't even about money.
No,
it's all energy.
Definitely. And like I said, like I feel like when you own a business, you have to be selective of who you invite into your space and in your bubble, right? So, and you know how it is with energy. It's like you can feed off that person's energy. So if you're a positive light and you're working with somebody that has a lot of negativity, that can kind of feed off into you and into your life.
It could. I feel like I used to think that way, but now I'm like, I feel like I'm so good at controlling that. The way you just said it's like a perfect example. And I was just saying this. Imagine you're like driving, right? And there's like this guy or this girl driving next to you and they're driving like a crazy. They're honking their horn like that. That's bad energy, right? Yeah. When they drive off, like I'm going back to I'm not letting that energy rub off on me.
Yeah, that's another way to look at it.
I'm like, hey, okay, sorry you're having a bad day. Goodbye.
Yeah. And I think it takes so much time to an effort to get to that point, which is something I need
therapy.
Yeah, that's something that I need to personally work on is not letting things get to me. But that's why I kind of set those boundaries for myself in my business because I know how I am. I'm working on myself every day. But in order for me to thrive in my business, I have to really, really be cautious about who I invite in my circle 100%. And especially my clients.
I love that you're like me. Like we're very God oriented.
Oh, yes. Yes. Jesus all day, every day, baby.
I know they say you can't talk about that. Oh, I put him first in everything.
Well, how could you not? Like, look at how, like, for example, in our lives, like for you, for example, like you, after what you've been through and, your blessings in terms of like your kids, for example, like.
I love them.
I know. Like, how could you? I know. When you told me that, I was like, girl,
I'm serious.
Your poor daughter. No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, like I thank God for everything. And especially for you too. Like all these things that have happened to us in our life, our businesses, our family, our friends.
Everything.
I owe it to God because what holds me down in this life, no matter what, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day, everything in my life can go to shambles. Anything can go wrong.
And it will.
Exactly. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know what God's going to throw in your way. But at the end of the day,
you want.
Exactly, because those challenges are what like makes you into a better person and help you step into the person that you're meant to be.
Right.
So what I say is no matter what happens, no matter what life throws our way, the fact that we have our faith is going to keep us grounded. And we know that we're going to come out to the other side.
Right. Like to your point, it's like that thing that I posted last time that says, don't skip the struggle. That's where your character is built.
Yes, that was my favorite.
Yeah. And it's true, right? Because like besides like my kids and family, I prioritize my business because I put so much blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Right.
Nobody handed me anything. You know what I mean? Like, this is all me. You know, I sometimes make like $7 a day. Like, I would get one haircut a day, and after I get my commission, that's what it is. And I had to come home to 3 kids and like, you know, be a mom. And it's like, nobody understands that. It's like, and now that my kids are older and I get to pick my clients and like money's not an issue, it's like, I don't think I would be this humble if I didn't have to go through that. If this was just given to me, I'd probably be a bitch.
Right. And we see it all the time. We see it like when people get handed things, which, you know, that's how it happens in their life. You know, we can't, you know, say anything, and we see how their character is. And you described it perfectly. Whenever you get, you know, handed to you, if you're not a person that, you know, stands firm in their faith or like, you know, is humble, like you will not appreciate the things that you have. And, you know, your story is so inspiring to me because just the perseverance that you've shown and like what you've built after like all that you've been through and your circumstances, it just like proves to me that you like, I can literally do anything, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like I love that about you. And I feel like that's why like we blend so well together. Like I understand, even though I haven't gone through what you've gone through, but like I understand where you're coming from, you know what I mean? Because I have seen it, you know, with my own family, although I've never really experienced it, but I can understand.
You saw it.
Yeah.
I've somehow experienced it.
Yeah. I've seen struggle before. We've all struggled. And I think it's really important.
I feel like everybody has a struggle in a different way. Like you probably had a struggle that I've never had, right?
Exactly.
And it's still a struggle. Like,
yes,
life's not just like, here you go.
No, life's not easy. And I feel like, you know, that also brings us to the whole thing about in the industry, like everyone wants to be a hairstylist now. Everyone wants to be a makeup artist now, but they don't realize
they want to hand it to them.
Exactly. They want it handed to them. They don't want to work for it. And I especially think that is the case, especially in this day and age of like social media, and like we show on social media only 10% of our life, right? Yeah. We show the good, right? You know, so everyone sees the good. So they're like, okay, I want to do this because look how much money she's making.
Look how easy it is.
Exactly. But they don't know all the blood, sweat, and tears that we
all
put.
The free clients you had to do, all the, yes, I know. I remember all that. Like having to do just for a free post or whatever. And it's like, but you have to do this to get here.
Exactly.
You have to start like, I remember when my highlights were only $45.
Oh my God. That's like not even a thing now.
That's how I've been in this industry since I was 19. I just turned 39.
Wow.
Almost 20 technically, because that's when I graduated beauty school. But you know, it's like it's 20 years. And that's the one thing. It's like, I didn't do hair right away because I was like scared. Stood as an assistant. I never left the industry. Right. I stayed as an assistant until I felt that I was comfortable to be like, okay, I'm ready to go behind a chair and just maybe screw people's hair up.
Well, you have to like go through that, like where you like those periods where like you screw up in order for you to like learn.
I still make mistakes.
Yeah, of course.
To this day, you know, I still make mistakes, and I always tell my clients, "Well, bitches, you knew I wasn't that professional.
I'm not that perfect. I'm not God.
That professional. I never said I was perfect.
Exactly.
I said I was good.
I said I was good. I wasn't like the best.
I'm just saying. I don't have a Yelp here.
Yes, exactly.
No, but you do make mistakes, right? Like I just had one with one of my favorite client, Angela's, where I forgot to book her appointment. I felt so bad. She was going on a trip for her birthday, and I was like, I could apologize a million times. And I love my clients, the ones that I have. That's why I don't really take new clients. And it's like, and that's why I wanted to switch to hair wife, because I feel like, let me take care of you, right? Like that's what a wife does. When you think wifey, you think, you know, you're like cared for, you're loved. So it's like, I'm not going to say what I did, but like I went out of my way a little bit to kind of be like, here, I'm sorry. This is what I'm going to do for you. Yeah. You know, it's like, I didn't want to lose her.
Right. Exactly.
5 years ago, I probably would have been like, oh, wow, sorry, I forgot to book you. You know, I make mistakes, but no, I'm like, no, don't go. Please
don't leave me. I love you. I'm your wife.
I'm your wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a crazy lady chasing them on the song. Call the cops on me.
Yes, but like I feel like,
you know what? She's crazy. I love that.
She's crazy. I don't know. She's crazy. But I feel like I would do the same thing though, because at the end of the day, like I want to make my clients happy, especially those that like continuously support me.
Take for example, like if you forgot to book her, you're gonna be like, you're gonna do anything to be like, I'm so sorry.
I'm like gonna be like, I'm gonna just do your makeup for free.
I'm gonna watch your dogs and clean your house, and I don't clean.
Oh my God,
I rather cook.
I'll cook for you.
No, you're gonna clean because you didn't want to clean.
Oh yeah, I have to clean. We can't hold ourselves over our mistakes. We just have to look at what happened or what transpired, and then kind of like, you know, apply like the ways we can fix it into like the next time. You know what I mean? But, you know, things happen all the time. Like, you know, either you forget to book the appointment or like you're running late.
Life happens.
Yeah, life happens. And we have to just give ourselves grace at the end of the day because we're not perfect. We're running businesses. We are
dealing with so many women.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's like,
yes, the hormones.
It's like a phone full of hormones.
Girl, like, okay. You know about like my mom's business, the boutique. So we have, you know, been working with women for
you have. That's
so many years. So I'm used to it. You know what I mean? You're used to it. But somebody that's just new in the industry might not be used to it.
Yeah.
Especially,
you're right.
Especially if they're the type of person that like take things too personally. It's like, you cannot be like that in this industry. Like I had a trial yesterday for a bride that I have coming up. I told her, I was like, girl, if you do not like this, you better tell me. I'm not sensitive and towards my clients. Like if you don't like it, I need to know, because if I don't know, then how am I going to fix it and make it better for you? How are you going to grow? Exactly.
How are you going to grow? It's like, you're not like, you know, I don't even say anything. You just sit there and you do me. Like, cause we're at the point where I'm like, you don't even ask me what do you want.
No, I just know.
I noticed that in the other photo shoot that we did. I'm like, I don't even tell this bitch what I want.
Well, no,
she did whatever
we're too busy talking. We're too busy talking.
You already know my style. You know what I mean? Like, you know, okay, this is what she wants. Like, you get certain clients like that. But to your point, like, me and you can vibe. I might not like your work though, and it's like it's not personal. It's just that sometimes we just don't match. Like, it's not for me.
How do you feel about? I'm sure you see me talk about this a lot of times, where I like try to tell people online, like, I'm a specific type of makeup artist. Like, I do a specific kind of look. Like, please don't book me for something that's like totally opposite of what I do. You know what I mean?
Agree.
So like, do you think that's the case for you as well?
No, I agree. It's like, don't call me asking me for a perm. I'm like, what? No, crying.
Oh my God, who?
I will cry and hang up on you and block you. and pay you to go away.
Yes. I'll send you a Zelle.
Send me your Cash App.
No, a cashier's check, because who the hell is doing
What's
terms?
your favorite meal? Go away.
Oh my God. It's just like crazy because...
No, but you're right. It's like, do not call me if you do not want extensions or a highlight.
No.
I don't even do updos.
No.
And I had a client and she was like, I want this updo. I was like, just pray a lot because I'm going to do it for you. But we need Jesus.
That's like the same thing with
because I can't promise you anything.
I can't make promises.
I can give you a ponytail.
That's about it. That's it. But
the best ponytail ever.
It's so crazy because, you know, at the same time, it's like you still want to provide a good experience for a client. So it's kind of like
how can you provide something you know you're not good at?
Exactly. You have to have that conversation with that person.
Yeah. It's like, if you book me for a perm, chances are you're going to lose all your hair.
I might mess you up.
You're not going to get curls. You're going to get a bald head.
And then they're going to go on Yelp or Google and give you a bad review.
This is true.
And you know what? That's fine, because you told them.
I warned you.
I warned you.
I offered to buy you a meal.
I was going to give you money to go away.
I was going to pay your next lady.
Why are we like this?
Because we just don't care.
You know, I think it's just, we've been in this industry for so long. I mean, obviously you've been in it longer. When you deal with so many different people and so many different personalities, it's like,
you have to have tough, listen, this is what I always tell people. You need to have tough skin.
Absolutely.
You need to have such a backbone. You need to know how to say no. And I was talking to a hairstylist. So she's like, every time their total is like over 500 and they ask me, I'm just like, it's 500. I'm like, no, it's $500 and more. But it's like, no, it's not because like, oh, I'm expensive. It's because I am going to give you a good service. Like I've taken 4 classes already on extensions. The same technique, I paid $2,000 each. I've invested $8,000 into this technique. Right. This is not even like the 5 years of experience that I have when I go to the salon every day. Like, where now I know I can't use that size bead on this. I can't, like, you're paying for that. You go ahead, go somewhere else that's cheaper. Right. Go ahead. I've seen the work.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Same thing with you.
You get what you pay for. And I always preach that because, and I never want to knock anybody that's maybe just starting off. We all start somewhere. We've been there. Okay. And I'm going to knock someone because, they're charging a lesser price. That's fine. But you get what you pay for. And I understand there are budgets, but I think as a client, you should have that tough conversation with yourself and say like, hey, is this feasible for me? Can I afford this? And it's totally, I've had so many clients that have reached out to me to book for their wedding. And I know I'm one of, the more expensive artists or teams out there in Chicago. Whenever I get a client that says, respectfully, like, thank you so much, like, I really appreciate it, but unfortunately I have to like, go with another artist because it's just budgeting reasons. And I respect that so much more than just kind of leaving me on red. Ghosting, like, especially men. Yeah, exactly. And especially if you've been like in constant communication with that one person and you've given like so much of yourself to them through email or phone
in exchange, right?
Yeah. I mean, at least just like send me a message like, hey, you know what, I went a different direction, and I'll be like, no worries, best of luck to you.
Well, it's like, I think to us, it's not like you were saying, we're not knocking anybody if you charge. Like, I mean, I didn't start off at these prices, I kept going up with my experience, but it's like, how like you tell men date in your budget, same thing with women.
Yes.
Higher in your budget.
Exactly.
When I don't even know how much you charge me. I'm just like, how much? And I just add I don't even care because I usually hire you for photos because I don't need my makeup done other than that. But I don't want to stress out that day because I hired someone cheaper or less costly, I should say, and worry if I'm going to like my makeup. I'd rather just be like, I'm going to pay this much, even though I don't know how much I pay you. Yeah. And I know I'm going to be satisfied. Like I said, I sat there, you just came in and you did my work. I didn't even tell you, I want a neutral or I want I just knew I was going to like it.
Right, exactly.
That's what you pay for.
Right. I think
the confidence, the you know what I mean? Like
just the reassurance.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's why, like, I know you said like you are not trying to accept new clients, and I'm kind of like almost on that boat too, because not because I don't want to work with new people. I love meeting new people. That's the best part of my job is meeting new people and like, fostering those connections. But I've gotten to the point where I love my clients. I know what they want. Like they'll sit in my chair. A lot of them will be like, do whatever you want. Or some of them, they'll give me direction, which is, I need that sometimes. Sometimes we get in those creative ruts and we're like, we don't know what to do. We end up doing like the same thing over and over again. So repetitive. Exactly. So like when I have like that direction, I don't mind it. And especially like with my clients, like I tell them, I'm like, you can rip it apart. Like, I don't care. Like, you tell me what you want. Like, at the end of the day, you're paying me. We have that relationship.
Right.
We have that bond.
Like, I tell my clients, I'm like, you're the boss right now. Know, like, I'm like, you tell me what I'm doing. Right. I can give you my opinion. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what like, if it was up to me, I would get rid of all my clients who think they should be blondes and like make you guys all brunette. Yeah. They don't want that. Sometimes I'm like, I think you'll look better. But at the end of the day, it's like, you want to be a blonde, you're paying me, whatever.
Right.
Like,
because
you're the boss.
Beauty is subjective to each person. So what I may think it looks beautiful is not what you think looks beautiful.
Exactly.
And vice versa. And I think there's a beauty within that, because that's how we have that's how we can like differentiate like, different people, different looks. We can all have like our own unique look.
Such an art, right?
Such an art.
We're such artists. Yes, okay, I like it. Picasso.
Picasso.
I like it. Is there... Okay, you know what I actually want to ask you? I just thought about it. I have a repetitive clientele because the install, right? Like I need to see you every 6 to 8 weeks. How does that work for you? Because you don't have, like think about it, I never pre-book you because I don't know when someone's going to get married and I'm going to be invited or I'm going to have a photo shoot.
Right.
How does that work for you? Like not having that?
So I know it may seem like a challenge, but I have like such good clients that I do this. The clients that I work with that I know they're going to need me for, let's just say the summer months. Like the most like important time is when like there's weddings. Like a lot of my clients are, a lot of my clients are Middle Eastern European. So they always have functions to go to.
And stuff,
yeah, exactly. So, and usually those clients, they don't book me until maybe like a month before they know, or sometimes 2 months, right? So I purposely like block out my calendar for certain days on like a Saturday because I know I'm going to get a last minute text and be like, hey, Izzy, can you do my makeup? And I'll be like, yes. And that's how I make myself available to all my clients.
Right.
Because I kind of want, that's why I said like, you know, as much as I love meeting new people, like I have to kind of like, you know, hold the reins on that because I need to be there for my loyal clients that have been there with me since the beginning. And even those that have just been rocking with me from like now, they've been consistent with booking me for whatever event it is. Like I need to be there for them. I need to show up for them the way they show up for me.
Yes.
Right?
And I love that you said that because a client and I were talking about this. She started coming to me. She loved her hairstyles, but she goes, I felt like she was always like accepting new clients. And then she raised her prices and cool. Like I love her work. So I'll pay it. She goes, but it got to the point where I couldn't book with her because she was taking so many new people that I'm like, what about me? I've been here the whole time.
Right.
And that's kind of, when she said that, I was like, that is so true. I just feel like sometimes we feel like we have to take care of, we don't appreciate what we have. Right. You know what I mean? Like I already have all these clients that I care for because I don't mind booking them. I don't mind them in my chair. We have great relationships. It's like, why am I trying to find more clients?
Right, exactly.
And it's like, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good. I can take some time off. And that's what I do. And then I got psychotic with Pilates and I'm like, I got voted member of the month twice.
Exactly. But that's like the good thing about our industry. Like not only do we get to meet new people, but we get to establish on those relationships that we've already built with our current clients. And we know like they're not going to go anywhere. Although I will say that I do not care if a client of mine goes to another makeup artist. That is like, I feel like that's something that a lot of people struggle with, both hairstylists and makeup artists. A lot of makeup artists, as much as they don't want to admit it, they do get offended when, let's just say their client goes to another makeup artist or whatever. I'm going to be very open and honest right now. In the beginning, that did bother me because not bother me in the sense where I would look at the other makeup artists and be like, well, what makes them better? I would look at myself and be like, am I not good enough? But now I'm not like that. Now I'm like, no, go see another makeup artist. Go, because I kind of like that where it's like you get to test out like different like looks, different styles. Like I think that's really beautiful about our industry. Is like we have so much to offer. There's so much. There's like we said before, there is no room for competition, no room for hating right now.
No,
right?
Yeah, I love that. Well, I love having you on today.
Thank you. I love being here.
Good conversations. We got to get you back in.
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, sharing your story and who you are.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
I love you.
Love you too. I love you, wifey.
I love you, wifey.